Oh, hey. What's going on? Jay Caro in the chat writes the following. Can this Gavin McKenna kid play baseball? Jays can use a guy. If Gavin McKenna was a Jay, he'd be hitting fifth in the order tonight. And maybe get a couple doubles. They could surely use it.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your number one sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. Wednesday, May the 20th. We are live on X. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook every day, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday to Friday. Sometimes on weekends if we stream. We like to stream. We'll be streaming a lot over the next stretch. Details to come. And everyone walking around, listening to the audio pod, we appreciate you. Again, it is May the 20th. And one quick weather thing before we continue. This is what Southern Ontario is today. If you're walking around in the sun, pleasant 15 to 16 degrees. No jacket required. In the shade, -10. And you will suffer hypothermia within 13 seconds. Like, that's the day. So you really got to be careful what you're doing jacket-wise. I've already lost the battle. And I'm super annoyed by it. We don't go to the chat often at this point in the show. But Azo, Jeff has a party. Good afternoon. I'll bring you into this
Sid.
right away.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Don't act like you know how to speak French. That BS you spoke at the end of yesterday's show.
I thought I killed it.
And it was
I
just
listened
Je
back,
m'appelle
I thought I
this and
killed it.
Sacre Bleu. That. Get out of here. What the hell do you know?
d'Ivoire, I
Just
got it all.
sweet telefrancais. Shut up. Isaac Curry in the chat. Let's go to that one, Azo. Isaac writes, over-under on Sid touching the mic today 67.5 times.
Always take the over.
Is it the over?
Always take the over.
Is that a safe bet?
Yes, it always is.
And
Betway can put that up.
maybe. We'll get to Betway in a second. And Daryl in the chat writes, Sid, I had an omelet for supper the other night and thought of you. It depends how you thought of me, is the first thing.
Oh, no.
But full disclosure.
Cracking eggs.
Full disclosure, my wife Sunday night goes, we ordered. And she's like, how about an all-day breakfast for dinner?
Were you out or this is like
No, we were just chilling.
Okay.
And I'm like, yes. And did I have Eggs Benedict for dinner?
Oh my god.
Yes, I did. Do I regret it?
On Sunday night?
Not till the next morning.
Oh man.
But it was tasty as hell.
Yeah.
If you don't live in the all-day breakfast world, you are missing out. You are missing out.
Once in a while, it's good.
It was delicious.
It is good.
Oh my! Once in a while, yeah. I don't do it like every night.
Mhm. Or even like, yeah, it has to be the odd occasion.
The
The Eggs Benedict that night, huh? Like I could get a breakfast like bacon and eggs and everything. Eggs Benedict.
Some days I feel fancy like Tallahassee, and I feel like some Eggs Benedict.
Yeah. You like that hollandaise sauce? Is that how you say
I
it?
do.
Yeah.
Update pickleball in the chat. Sid touched the mic already 7 times. There's going to be a running tally. 8. There's going to be a running tally throughout the show.
Like this, a lot of people telling us where they're at. We're getting hellos from Arizona, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia,
Nice.
Quebec, everybody all over the place.
I need to do PEI. I need to do like 4 days in PEI
Yeah, definitely.
and just drink and eat amazing seafood.
Seafood. Yeah.
And meet some of the nicest Canadians of all time out in the Maritimes.
For sure.
All right, good to see everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And in Toronto sports, it's a rather interesting anniversary week. I don't know if you guys are aware. You know what happened 3 years ago yesterday?
Oh boy.
Kyle Dubas got fired. 3 years ago yesterday,
Wow.
Kyle Dubas got fired as general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, it was part of a weird cycle where the Maple Leafs, under a ton of pressure 3 years ago, drew Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs. And it was a typical Leafs first round series. You know, clearly there was tension. Dubas is like yelling at Tampa fans from the private box. I don't know if you remember those visuals. Truly professional behavior from that little gnat. Truly. And everyone's wondering, can the Leafs win a playoff series 3 years ago? And lo and behold, game 6, it's John Tavares who scored an overtime goal that no one in the city talks about. No one. The Leafs 3 years ago, about a month ago, finally won their first round series. And they followed that up with a 5-game drubbing at the hands of the Florida Panthers. 5 games. John Tavares went from the hero to 1 assist in 5 games in that series. I kid you not. I kid you not. Hall of Fame behavior. Just pure Hall of Fame behavior. But that was 3 years ago. So that weird postseason for the Leafs happened where they finally got over a hurdle and realized, oh, there's more hurdles. So not long after that series ended, Kyle Dubas had his season-ending media availability, if you'll remember. And Kyle Dubas walked out there and said, I got to think about my family. I don't know if I want to continue. Dubas's contract is up. He goes, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I don't know. And we're all like, whoa. And then he went on to tell these stories of the pressure of being in Toronto and the pressure on his family and that. And I took him and his word completely, and it made sense to me. Toronto, tough place to work if you're in the hockey business. If you're in the Leaf business specifically. I get it. I don't think Toronto Marlies are being accosted in the streets, if I'm being honest. think it's a tough Leaf town. I don't think it's a tough hockey town. But Dubas had that press conference where he was like, this is taking a mental toll. And everyone is like, whoa, okay. And then later that week, Brendan Shanahan fired him. And we're like, whoa, what is this about? Now, part of it was a power structure and a power play by Dubas. Part of it was money. Part of it, I'm sure, was the pressure of being in Toronto. And Dubas, after being let go by the Leafs, and after talking about how much pressure and the toll this was taking on his family, got up, left town, got a new job at Pittsburgh. Back in the game. For good money. I wouldn't have said no to it either. But kind of fraudulent behavior from Kyle Dubas in terms of the woe is me speech he gave days earlier. Because I remember that speech. And good to see in Pittsburgh, he has taken the tradition with him of losing in the first round of the playoff. Am I wrong?
No.
Thank you, Azam.
You are not.
So then that Friday happened where Shanahan fired Dubas. And Shanahan's like, it's a long weekend, but we're going to have a press conference on the Friday. This was 3 years ago this week in Toronto. 3 years ago. And again, the city's pissed. The city's asking questions about Dubas. What the hell just happened here? Who's really calling the shots? And oh yeah, Mitch Marner's no trade kicks in like a month. Like what's going to happen with that? What's going to happen with the core? So Brendan Shanahan spent 10 to 15 minutes telling us everything that happened with Dubas to make himself look good. Then the questions started to come about the roster and what do you do? And I remember this clip from Brendan Shanahan about the seriousness of the moment 3 years ago, about how unless you win a cup, every summer is a serious summer and you can't be comfortable. For those of you who've forgotten what it sounds like to have Brendan Shanahan lecture you about winning in Toronto, which he never did, this was the clip, and I think it's important to run today.
Saw this year. The goal wasn't just to get past the first round and everything gets easier. You get past the first round and you lose a very closely fought series in the second round, and it's devastating, as it should be. And it's hard, and people are impacted and affected. But the reality is it doesn't get easier in the third round. It doesn't get easier by going to the finals. There's only one team that it's easy for at the end of the year, and that's the winner. So we learned this year by successfully getting out of the first round that there is no nice summer or finish line just for having partial success. And quite frankly, what we've learned here as a group, many of them for the first time, the second round doesn't make it feel better. And the news that's coming, if we are lucky enough to keep improving and keep getting better, is it only gets harder. The pressure only mounts. The ability to make decisions under pressure only gets harder as you get to the third round, as you get to the fourth round. Your decisions are more impactful and have more of an impact on the fan base as you get deeper into the playoffs.
That was Brendan Shanahan 3 years ago. After firing Dubas. Viper in the chat, closely fought series against the Panthers. They lost in 5 games. Good point. But he had lines in there like, there are no easy summers. And expectations and getting better. And that all sounds great. And you know what he did right after that press conference? He called everyone in the core 4 and said, don't worry about it, you're not going anywhere. 3 years ago this week. In a league where coaches are being fired in playoff position by the end of the season because GMs and owners don't like how they look, that was how the Leafs operated then. Nothing's working in a serious way. Nothing. The Montreal Canadiens just won 2 Game 7s in 16 days. It's been 22 years since the Leafs won a Game 7. But Brendan Shanahan's attitude back then was, we have a lot of work to do here. Guys, you guys are fine. Don't worry. Willie, you're fine. Mitch, you're fine. When's your trade, your no movement kick in? Doesn't matter. You're fine. Everyone's good. Everyone's good. That moment to me summed up the disease that ran through the organization. And it was the fear of making the great mistake. Meanwhile, the irony was the mistake wasn't doing nothing. That was the mistake. But in a league where there's all types of changeover, Shannon was like, nope, we're good. He literally called all of the core four after that press conference and said, guys, we're good. Hired Treliving a week or two later, whatever it was, and away they went. But that was the Shanna plan. The Shanna plan was the Shanna stand pat plan. That's what that was. And it's interesting to me, and it struck me in a certain way based on what you heard reported yesterday. Because if yesterday's reports are accurate, and I have no doubt that they are, considering who's throwing them out there, things are changing around here. It feels like. Now, for those of you who missed it, Chris Johnston on his podcast yesterday, it wasn't the first thing he brought up. Maybe it should have been. But he kind of threw it in towards the end of his Leaf section. He said what he's hearing around the NHL after John Chayka and Matt Sundin took over the Leafs is that they're listening on trade offers on every player except for 34. Everybody. Auston Matthews, untouchable. We can talk about that. But CJ's reporting is it's go time if you want to talk about anyone. We are no longer treating everyone like our kid. This is not family. This is a business. And I heard that yesterday. I'm like, what kind of world is this? Other organizations have been living in this world forever. Forever. And by the way, if you're one of those Leaf fans who ripped on Chris Johnston for reporting that Auston Matthews didn't know if he was going to be here in the fall, yet have said nothing on this report because you want either Riley or Nylander or someone else to leave town, you are a hypocrite. I have no time for you. None. None. Lowest of the low. But I'm happy if you liked this CJ report, if this one made you feel good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Never let the truth get in the way of delusion. Did you just stereo the coffee sip?
I did.
Well done, Ezra. So that kind of blew my mind yesterday, CJ's reporting. Are we truly in a different era? Like, the wins and losses are irrelevant to me because I think the Leafs have a lot of work to do. It's the philosophy where you start to change things. That's where things get moving in a different direction. Is this truly now the fresh eyes some of us have been dying for on this roster? Now, that report yesterday, coupled with other things that are going on around the league, lead me to believe Azzo and I better not take any days off coming up because there could be some stuff. Two things to remember. One, the salary cap is going up $18 million over the next 2 years. $18 million. That's code from Gary Bettman in the National Hockey League. Nope, here's a safer version of a buyout if you want. You want to improve your team? You want to move some players around? Everyone's got space now. Everyone's got space to take a bad contract. Everybody. It's not technically a buyout, but you can take Morgan Riley, no problem. That is flexibility. So you have that over here. You have the Leafs apparently listening on everyone except Matthews. And then you hear things like out of Minnesota yesterday with Bill Guerin. Now, Minnesota loaded up with Quinn Hughes, and they took a run at their Central Division rivals. And they lost to Colorado. No crime in that. They beat Dallas, lost to Colorado. Colorado and the Golden Knights open up tonight. But Bill Guerin still has a year of Quinn Hughes. And I believe he has a year of Jared Spurgeon as well. Like, there could be some changes on that Minnesota blue line coming up. So that means, long story short, yeah, he's got Jared Spurgeon for another year, Quinn Hughes for another year. The clock is ticking in Minnesota. So yesterday, Bill Guerin, who's running the team, had his season-ending media availability, a little late than normal, but it was interesting. And someone asked Bill Guerin a similar question to kind of what CJ was putting out there in terms of untouchables. CJ is basically reporting Leafs have one untouchable. And it's not even the first overall pick, by the way. Didn't mention that. It's 34, which we'll get to in a second. But Bill Guerin in the press conference yesterday was asked the same thing. Do you have any untouchables on your roster? Question first, then the response.
Had your trade talks this summer. How many players do you have that are untouchable?
Wow. Nobody in this game's untouchable. Wayne Gretzky got traded. Anybody can get traded.
Boom face. Boom face. And that guy won a gold medal with the States a couple months ago. Already a winner this year. Super pissed. Super pissed, Bill Guerin. Slosh Hogger in the chat. Enough said. Patrick in the chat. Gretzky got traded. Boom.
Mike, this guy looks like Shooter McGavin.
He does look like Shooter McGavin.
He actually does.
Viper in the chat. That's the correct answer. Look, all I'm saying is this. Once upon a time in this city, Brennan Shanahan called failing hockey players and told them, don't worry. That was the strategy. Mitch, don't worry about it. Willie, don't worry about it. You don't have to wear a shirt. John Tavares, just make sure your smoothies are with you on the road. Just take all the smoothies. And Auston, just be Auston. By the way, to the social media account in Toronto that thinks I'm going to click on to your clickbait by saying William Nylander went to a specific restaurant, find out here, I ain't doing it. I don't care. I might check later.
Doesn't he only go to one restaurant?
No, I don't know.
He always wears their stuff.
They have to let him know how to use the knife and fork at the restaurant. It's confusing to him. But you had a time in this city where protecting the Stars was the priority and the strategy. And we now live in a moment in Leaf history. It's early in the Chayka Sundin era, but we live in a moment in Leaf history where we're done with all of this. The cap's going up, and other teams around the Leafs are also pissed and looking to make changes. This is going to be a fun summer. This is going to be a fun summer. Now, do the Leafs have the capabilities of moving some of the pieces they don't like? Might be tough in some instances. Might be tough. I don't know what offers you're getting for John Tavares. I don't know what offers you're getting for Morgan Riley. Maybe better than you think, but I think expectations should be low. Nylander, probably half the league will get duped on Nylander. Yeah, there's a market for Nylander. As long as you don't make him a leader, he'll be fine. But that environment of 3 years ago, this week, where protecting the Stars was the priority and protecting Shanahan's job was the priority. Boy, do we live in a different space in the city now. And I welcome it. I welcome it. Is it going to lead to overnight success? I don't think so. But it's time to have honest conversations about what the hell this team has been doing for the last 10 years. And it sounds like those conversations are happening. And the dance partners needed to change this Leaf culture and roster may be there as well. The dance floor doesn't seem empty this offseason in the NHL. Seems full. Let's cha-cha-cha. Let's see what you got, John Chayka. We'll see what you got, Matt Sundin. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. At some point, you look at something and you say, that's not good enough, and I want more. Go get it. Go get it. Stop appeasing everyone in this town. Make the tough decisions. Might work out for you. You do have to break some eggs to make an omelet, regardless of what time of the day it is. All right, let's get cracking. Once again, Jeff has a party.
Look
Good
at you,
afternoon.
such a pro, bringing it all the way around.
It's low.
You've done this
It's
before.
low hanging egg.
I just don't understand why you're upset. Shanahan called future Conn Smythe winner Mitch Marner and told him he was safe.
Yeah, he had a vision for for 3 years down the road.
No kidding. But I think you're right. But we know this, right? Even the David Carl discussion, that's not one the Leafs would typically have, right? It would always be a recycled, well-known coach. I feel like even learning reports that they've reached out to him and talking to him means this team's going in a good direction, and it's a good thing for everyone.
It is what it's definitely part of it. And look, in terms of David Carl and the University of Denver. By the way, I'm getting I think we've reached the point where people saying it's an outside the box thought, David Carl. It's becoming pretty mainstream.
Yeah,
David
no
Carl.
kidding.
I think we need to stop with that.
But it's not the first time an NHL team has thought about him or wanted him.
No, yeah, correct.
Right?
The Blackhawks came calling.
Yeah.
There were some other teams that came calling, and I think, look, I just love the thought that someone finally in the Leafs front office isn't going to go, guys, there's no way we can trade someone as quick as Morgan Riley.
Yeah.
Enough of the, let's watch the games. You know what's going on. We know what's going on. What is the most important thing here? The betterment of the players or the betterment of the Toronto Maple Leafs as an organization?
Exactly.
And your clientele.
Yep.
And I'm not here to talk about that's a good guy, that's a good guy, that's a good guy. Most of them, good guys. I do believe that. I don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care.
Now,
the other part of this I found interesting is why, if you don't know what exactly is in Auston Matthews' head,
I want to get to that.
why is he an untouchable?
Oh, I agree. Especially, I was going to give you the latest Pagnotta report.
Go, David Pagnotta?
Yeah. He, apparently on DFO Rundown. Where is it here? He said both San Jose and Chicago are willing to discuss their respective picks, which are 2nd overall and 4th overall, in terms of not just moving down in the draft, but possibly just moving the pick altogether. I really didn't think San Jose was open to this, but apparently he's hearing they are.
San Jose want to be playoff bound next year.
I mean, I get it from Chicago, but
But San Jose also lives in a world where they believe in a couple of years McDavid's not in the division anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
After this year,
I think some of those Pacific Division teams definitely have that in the back of their head. I mean, hell, is McDavid in San Jose in 2 years? I don't know. We'll find out. He's a free agent. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
But I think Mike Greer has done a very, very good job offensively, specifically. And if he thinks the trade market for defensemen might be better than other years this coming off season, to hell with it. Use that 2nd overall pick and either go star hunting, which you can.
With the 2nd overall, for sure.
100%. I mean, look, I there's a part of me that thinks you can give Elias Pettersson a new lease on life without trading the 2nd overall pick. Now, that's a hefty price to pay.
No, yeah.
You're going to need something else. Yes. But I think there's a lot of teams want to do some business here, maybe. And again, it's Vancouver with the 3rd pick, Chicago with the 4th pick, Rangers with the 5th. And I am talking myself into liking John Chayka.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Sorry. I'm talking myself into it. I said this to you
last week. Everything so far it's pointing in the right direction.
I am. And this alone, and what's interesting is considering how big a part of this Matt Sundin is. It's not just if Matt Sundin wasn't a part of this type of development where everyone's on the table trade-wise, I'd say, well, that's just John Chayka swinging his GM stick. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like that. Sundin, so we've heard, has been watching from afar as well.
Oh, we heard he had lots of thoughts on this roster and what they
yeah.
needed to do, especially at the Olympics when they were starting to scuffle, when most of us knew what they were back then, right?
The hobo writes, talk is cheap, action matters.
It's true.
Correct.
It is true.
But all I'm telling you is, with everyone's cap space going up and the Leafs wanting to talk turkey, the environment, this is a super NHL El Nino environment. It's heating up.
And we've seen it in the league this year. Like those trains nobody saw coming, but there's a changing of the guard.
100%.
Tampa got knocked out in the first round.
100%.
Dallas got knocked out in the first round. Florida wasn't even in the playoffs. Like there are some up and coming teams. So you better want to go younger and be open to things. Or you want to pounce on, like you said, Edmonton maybe only having one more year at Connor. Like I think you got to pick your spots when you want to go for a run. And to your point, like the amazing thing about that Shanahan clip you pulled and how you talked about like that run, I remember it so well because the mood in Toronto changed so drastically in a week when they went from finally winning a first round series. And I believe they were the top rated seed in the East all of a sudden because they had home ice against Florida in that division. And they dropped both 2 games at home. And people are like, hey, they're going to come out on fire on game 3. And they laid an even bigger egg in game 3. That tells you where this team is at and why they never had like that. To me, that year they actually won a first round told me more about this core than any other round when they lost in the first, because the path for them was right there and they just gave it to Florida.
It's true. It's true. And also keep in mind, like the thing that I don't hear spoken about a lot this coming off season, we're under the assumption Florida's not going to do anything.
Yeah. Oh,
we're under the assumption Tampa's not going to do anything. If Montreal gets beaten this series in 5 games starting tomorrow night against Carolina, listen, the one thing I always heard Kent Hughes say this season, I don't care when it was, whether it was Tony Marinaro, whether it was at the trade deadline, he has always given you the impression that Nick Suzuki has talked him out of some big, big stuff because Suzuki wanted the room to stay together.
Yeah.
And Suzuki is a very respected guy, as captain, you should be, in the organization. But there's going to come a moment where Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton are going to be like, I know he's your friend. We have to maybe make a move.
Get over it. Yep.
And do something where we need more of a shutdown defenseman presence. Mike Matheson has not been that guy, and they've been lucky to get through with some of his defensive performances. I don't want to pick on one person, but man, he plays a lot. Mike Matheson plays a lot, and he's a bad defenseman in his own end. Bad. So there are things Kent Hughes has been hinting at for a while. Is it Matthew Nyes? Is it other things? Who knows?
And we talked about how good all those contracts are. They are like feasible to teams.
Those contracts are so good.
Yeah, but like other teams would make them. And if you think with the cap going up, if you think you can make a jump with them, why wouldn't you shop it and see what you could get back for?
Michael in the chat, Sid, remember my proposal from last week? Please remind me, Mike.
Yeah.
Draft McKenna, trade Matthews to San Jose for their 2nd overall, trade Nylander or Nyes. If Chicago insists for the 4th pick, that's the future. The Leafs get the 1st, 2nd, and 4th over. Now it's a full teardown at that point.
Yeah, no, that's a rebuild. That's not.
But I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it either.
I don't hate it at all.
Azo, like, why are you saying Austin's untouchable? I never said that.
No. Jeff has a part.
I've been on it since the first time we had that discussion, yelling at each other about Austin.
Azo did say off camera, Habs are going to get swept. He didn't say that. No,
but my question to you is that, like, from Chris's report out there, does that mean the Leafs made their decision on Matthews being untouchable without even talking to him, so they don't care? Like they don't need to. Listen, not that they don't care, but they don't need to have the discussion with him. I think what I'm talking.
I think we're overthinking Matthews, and I'm including myself in this. We're overthinking the Matthews thing a little bit. I do believe Rogers' ownership like having Auston Matthews around.
Have they ever traded a captain like 2 years after making him captain? Like he must be the shortest lived captain, maybe then.
I'm sure the chat will help us out here in terms of short-lived captaincies. There's been a few. A few in Philadelphia, actually.
Yeah, no, but I mean in Toronto.
In Toronto, no. Not like
they went
that.
without a captain rather than just giving it to someone.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like I'm saying, once you give him the C, you got to kind of think he's a part of your future, no matter what.
But I just for Leaf fans, I just want to, like, you do need some grace here because some of these contracts are horrendous.
Yes.
And they have no movements on them. So the will is strong in Chayka and Sundin. The cap flexibility is weak in terms of the actual deals. You have space, but in terms of the actual deals we're talking about, I don't know, man.
We mentioned it last week. Sometimes to get out of these contracts, you're going to have to take a step back before you can take another big step forward. because you just need out.
Jay Carl in the chat, Phaneuf was not a long captaincy in the city.
He was there for a
He was
while.
here for a stretch.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good captaincy in the city.
Well, again, a guy they misused.
He ended
my
up,
point.
he went from captain to booster juice.
Yeah.
But
And people who are ripping on Chris for like contradicting reports on Matthews, they're not.
No,
One was from Matthews' side.
Chris
and one was
Johnson
from the Leafs
Chris
side.
Johnson has not moved from his reporting.
Yeah. No, why should he?
At all.
But people were saying this one counteracted or contradicted the one he made about Auston.
Okay, so some of you don't know what the word contradict means. So let me explain this to you. There are two reports that CJ has put out that are being referenced here. One, Auston Matthews, as of 2 weeks ago, did not know if he was going to be a Leaf this fall because he wants to see the plan. Not know the plan. He wants to see the plan, which means in July he'll figure it out. The report yesterday is that they're listening to every name except for 34. One is a Leaf decision.
Right.
The other is an Auston in Arizona decision while
Thank you.
rehabbing.
Thank you.
That's the difference.
Thank
Words are hard.
No.
So that's what it is.
I saw it online yesterday. I saw a couple people in the chat saying, yeah, I understand there's a difference there. One's from his perspective, one's from the
For
organization's.
sure. 100%.
So thank you for that clarification.
But again, I see a world where all of this falls apart and the Leafs have like an oddly quiet offseason because no one wants their average players. Honestly.
That's the thing about Matthews. What do other people view him at this point?
Well, I still think he has marketability.
I do too, obviously. He's a superstar in this league.
I wanted to play Guerin for a reason. You don't think Bill Guerin would take a shot at Auston Matthews
Definitely.
next season?
You've been on that from the start.
Bill like Austin, Minnesota's out of the conference for the Leafs. Like it's minimal risk.
Yeah.
Like it's not the craziest. Like I guarantee you, if anything happens with Auston either this year or next year, it's out of the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Any Eastern Conference team in that mix, do not believe it.
Yeah.
The Rangers, God bless you. It's not, unless he's a free agent, it's not happening.
Hey.
The Leafs are not trading him to New York.
Look, Vegas won't even do it their coach in division.
Well, we'll get to.
I know. I'm just saying, but that plays into teams' decisions. If a team's in your conference, in your division, it plays into it for sure.
Sid, don't be condescending to your listeners. I was correcting people, and that's my style sometimes.
But it's online.
When I'm right, that's my style. Love everybody. I'm right. It's not the same report. Everyone's all over CJ.
100%.
I will protect CJ on air if I feel like it. If you have a problem with that, that's your problem. But as when I've known this guy a long time, and he's normally right, and he was right about Marner, and he's going to be right about a lot more stuff you don't like in the coming weeks. So just save the online attacks and start to listen to what's actually being reported, and get out of your mom's basement and stop attacking a friend.
That's just our listeners. We're seeing it online. So if you're listening, we just want to clarify for you.
Sid, stop sticking up for the guy you've worked with for years. Sure,
the
I'll
smart
do that.
guy, the guy
sure,
who works hard,
the guy who's actually talking to the Matthews camp, unlike the Leafs. Give me a break.
Yeah. No.
Oh, here's one. Moose. I'm telling you, New Jersey for Matthews. Watch out.
Yeah, they re-upped Sheldon Keefe, eh? They give him a vote of
Well,
confidence.
not re-up.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're bringing him back.
Sonny Meda yesterday said Sheldon Keefe's returning.
Yes.
And really,
why not?
Like the numbers for the Devils last year, if you're looking at their team numbers, they weren't the worst. They weren't. They actually, their record was, I hate to do this with the underlying metrics. Their underlying metrics at times were not bad. Now, do I think Sheldon Keefe is the answer in New Jersey? Probably not. But Sonny Meda is going to give him a chance.
Well, he's the shield Sonny needs. For a new GM, come on, that's pretty common to keep the coach because it gives you a bullet to burn early next year.
Yes.
If they start slowly again.
Dan Ruiz in the chat. Sid, I'm right, Seixeiro.
That's a good nickname.
That is technically my middle name. And it's a very common Portuguese middle name, by the way.
So,
I'm right.
We got people listening in from Portugal. Actually, we're getting more shout outs from all over the place.
How's everyone feel about the 4 goalies on the World Cup roster for no reason? Please look into that. Every team I see releasing their World Cup roster, 3 goalies. Portugal, 4 goalies. Sure. Why not? How about 6? Why stop at 4? 6 goalies.
It has to be something to do with penalty shots, no? Whether they're good at it or...
You have a goalie!
Yeah, but maybe he's not good at penalty shots.
Diego Costa from FC Porto. He won you a shootout at the Euros.
Okay,
he beat... Who was it?
Hey, man, this is your country, not mine. I
he
don't
beat
know.
Slovakia.
I'm just trying to give you the other side of it. I don't know.
My God. But I guess my main point here, just to solidify, I love this report from CJ.
Yeah?
It's about time, man. It could result in nothing. I am a realist when looking at the Leafs roster, unlike most. It could result in absolutely nothing. but let's go. You and I cannot take a day off for the next 3 months between the World Cup and this. We can. I mean, if we're not feeling well.
You're speaking for yourself.
I know.
I'm not in no
Listen,
meetings.
if one of us get the junta, we're not going to be in.
Oh, man. Or strep throat, or what else is going around right now?
Strep throat's the new junta. We got to move on here because we got a lot of stuff to get to.
But to your point, yeah. But again, it's about what the listener in the chat said, what you do with those moves. Like what you get back. I have to see the trade too. Sure, anybody
what
can
you
be
get,
untouchable.
what you get back is what the market
Agreed.
deems.
But some are going to be worth doing and some aren't.
Well, at least, unlike Brad Treliving, maybe a trade will happen.
Well, a good trade.
No, a trade. Brad Treliving did not make a ton of trades in this town.
He made 2 that are costing the Leafs.
Well, unfortunately, he made 2. Yes.
With Brendan, with the guy you played a clip from, Brendan Shanahan maybe standing behind his back, telling him.
And then he froze at the deadline, and it wasn't a good look.
Right.
All right, so that's the latest. Is there any other Leaf thing? Oh, sorry. There's the Auston Matthews year-end exit meeting comments, apparently. Did you read this?
I did not. I missed this.
I don't know if this was Pagnotta or Cervelli. Forgive me. But it's being circulated that one of the things Matthews said to the team is we need to be bigger up front. We need to be grittier up front.
Oh, I missed that.
Which obviously means you can't trade Max Domi.
Yeah.
Because he's everyone's friend.
Or Matthew Nyes.
Well, Matthew Nye is a whole different story.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I still don't know. Like, Matthew Nyes to me is fascinating. I think his age alone says to any team, you got to take a shot at the kid because his contract's not crazy.
No.
So, but I still don't know what he's about for a guy that size. I think how many concussions did he already suffer?
Yeah, a couple.
Right?
Yeah.
I think he's really toned down the physical play since that stuff. And on top of that, the leadership on the Leafs are not exactly the best leadership to be around if you want a kid to be more of a physical presence.
Well, it looked like he put on
those are not the veterans I want around a kid.
Looked like he put on some weight last year and maybe slowed him down a bit. Then he had the knee issue. Like, what's going on? Again, he's the perfect guy because he doesn't have a no movement clause. Depends what you can get back for him.
A Slosh Auger in the chat. You never trade Nyes. I'm not for it either. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm not for it. But if you can get
6 assets, what did we hear? Wasn't it 6 assets? Somebody said.
That's what CJ put out there. Where I was a little skeptical.
Yeah. Well, like to your point, it must have been a bigger trade.
It's a bigger trade.
But if somebody's offering that, you got to consider it.
Look, the Leafs are also in a situation where how many guys can get you real value?
Yes.
And on top of that, Nyes really doesn't have a no movement.
Right.
Correct?
Correct.
It's Nyes and Joseph Wall who are sans significant no trades.
Like Matt in the chat is saying, I would trade Nylander before Nyes. I think we all would, but Nylander has say in it. Nyes doesn't.
This Nyes contract is hilarious considering how everyone else gets no movement.
It's unbelievable.
It's great. Matthew Nyes does not have a no trade or no movement next year, the year after, the year after, the year after.
It's literally why his name came up at the deadline because he's the only guy they can move without needing to call him. Seriously.
That's crazy.
Right?
Griffey in the chat. Everyone in the chat is now freaked out about the Nyes talk. Stop with the Nyes is this goes the other way. Stop with the Nyes is untouchable stuff. A reminder, Matthew Nyes is 23 years of age and signed through 2031.
With no movement.
There's a lot of teams in this league that would look at that.
100%.
Now, he's not a center, so it's a different level of return.
No, but there'd still be interest.
I think there would be.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's interesting possibilities here with the Leafs on a few fronts. The rest of them, I don't see how they're getting any deals done. The Morgan Riley thing's going to be very
Or not
difficult.
getting value. I'm not going to say not get deal done, but not getting value for sure.
Yes.
They're not getting value on any of those guys with no movement clauses. You're going to lose almost every one of those trades.
Major League Hockey in the chat. Best line in hockey, Nyes, Suzuki, Caulfield. Slavkovsky's playing his way off the first line to start next season.
Yeah.
With all due respect. And don't give me the he's hurt thing.
Isn't Hagee coming?
Hagee. Yes, Michael Hagee.
Hagee's on his way, man. Another train you
one
don't
of my
see coming.
favorites. You know what I don't miss? Hearing Keith Pelly say stuff.
Yeah, but it's so good for
I don't
the
miss
show.
that.
It's so good.
It's good for the show.
Yes, I miss it.
But in terms of just like everyone's anxiety levels.
You're saying it's a perpendicular pillar. I'm saying it's a horizontal pillar.
Well, yeah, I forgot about the horizontal and vertical.
Sorry, vertical.
And isosceles pillar. Marty in the chat. Yeah, Big Slavkovsky got to pick up his game for sure. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. And
top line in general.
And here they are getting ready for an Eastern Conference final.
Seriously.
By the way, the Canes, 4th Eastern Conference final in 8 years.
Crazy.
Does anyone look at the Canes that way?
No, of course not.
I never look at the Canes that way. Brindamore's a genius.
Again, a listener
Genius.
reminded me of Dallas doing that like 3 years in a row and why they got rid of DeBoer last year. Like, it is crazy.
Because
make
DeBoer is the furthest thing from a team player you've ever seen in your
it's
life.
true. But I'm just saying, like, man, when you can't make it past the Eastern Conference, when you can't get out of your conference, even if you make it there consecutive years, it's like you don't think of a team that way. And did you see how Montreal dominated them in the regular season?
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
I don't like that because now Carolina's kind of ready for him.
I like the fact that by the time they drop the puck tomorrow, Carolina will have 11 days
Almost,
off.
yeah.
11 days
I thought
off.
it was 12, yeah. 11.
It's 12 days since the game, but in actual rest days, it's 11.
Yeah, fair.
It's 11, which is a modern day record. And let me ask you this, and let me ask the chat and everyone kind of listening here. If someone said to you,
The dramatic pause is amazing. That was a long pause.
That's how I've earned a living. Kids, 2 tips for broadcasters coming up. Learn how to cut audio on your phone. And the second tip, pauses. McCowan did this for 30 years.
It's true.
Better than anyone.
I'm going to ask you a question.
See, there you go. You did it too.
I know. It's amazing.
You still have to work on it a
It's
little
so
bit.
good.
Yeah, it's
so
yours was
good.
okay.
The pause is like has you at the edge of your seats. What's the question?
So Azo, like I saw this and I nearly fell off my chair. See, that worked there. So changes in Vancouver, right?
Oh yeah.
Adam Foote out as head coach, Ryan Johnson GM, and they'll pick a Sedin to make a decision whenever. Henrik or Daniel, doesn't matter who makes
Rock,
it.
paper, scissors between the two.
Same person.
Yeah.
If I said to Leaf fans, like if a report came out, hypothetically speaking, if a report came out later this week that the Leafs had kicked tires on Elias Pettersson, what would the reaction be in this city?
I think that you'd get excitement.
Sorry, you think the prevalent emotion?
Well, it depends for what. Like people are all, we heard this before. People got excited because they were saying trade Morgan for him.
I'm just saying he's a 27-year-old center.
I think there would be excitement.
He's a 27-year-old center signed for a long time at basically Nylander money.
Yeah.
And there might be a world where Vancouver and Aquilini picks up a bit of that check depending on the return. So it doesn't kill you on the cap as much. But if there was a report that came out later this week that the Leafs have been eyeing a rejuvenation project in Elias Pettersson, would people be for that idea or against that idea? Me personally, I don't think this is the market for his rejuvenation.
See, we got a ton in the chat already, only if it's Riley. If it's Riley, sure. Otherwise, no.
Oh, okay. So hold on a second. So to everyone listening and watching this, if Riley leaves, you're open to it? Because that's an important development to me. I just think the pressure alone, regardless of whether or not you can let Morgan Riley go back to BC, which is the obvious connection for people who aren't aware.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think this is the place for Pettersson.
No.
I have rarely seen a hockey player at his level sulk like that in my life.
I was going to say.
Now, he's also had a hard year, and I understand that. But I'm talking generally. Like, this is not a guy who handles negative. You thought Marner, you thought you had to tiptoe around Marner in this.
I was going to say he's worse Nylander.
Mm,
He's a more moody Nylander who doesn't want to play sometimes.
Wacky Mink, Pettersson will not do well here. Slosh Hogger, I don't either, Sid. Mr. David, no thank you. D. Patey, steer clear. Some profanities.
Yeah.
I won't read
Crazy
them.
streaky we got in
Crazy
here, which is like,
streaky.
again, it almost reminds me of Nylander to an extent.
But I just think this is the type of environment where something wild like that could happen. And the reason I also bring it up is I listened to Ryan Johnson, the new GM of the Canucks, speak yesterday. Sorry, I'm going to shift from the Leafs here. Anything else on the Leafs?
No.
You good?
I was just going to bring up the McKenna documentary coming out tomorrow that I'm sure Leaf fans will be super excited
So
about
that's a
on
TNT. That's a TNT production.
It's a TNT production.
And they just put out the promo clip today.
Yeah.
If there's anything interesting on that where he says, "I want to be a Leaf," we'll play it for you.
It's true.
I'm not sure what it's going to be, but the doc does look interesting. I know this is hypocritical of me a day after saying, I hate propaganda sports features, and this feels like one, but it looked pretty good from what you showed me.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep. Slosh Hogger in the chat. Scott Wheeler posted it. It looked interesting. Looked very interesting.
Apparently produced by Shaq, and people at TNT, which was pretty crazy.
Shaq got into that.
Executively produced by Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow. Charles Barkley is convincing everyone on the hockey panel or on the basketball panel that hockey's cool.
But but to see what McKenna's all about might be an interesting watch for Leaf fans.
So, all right, that wraps up the Leafs for now. Until something happens here in the next hour, 10 minutes. Ryan Johnson, GM of the Canucks, was announced as the new GM last Thursday, along with the Sedins as co-presidents. And that was last Thursday. So yesterday, they wasted no time. Adam Foote was fired, and we talked about it live on air. Good catch, Azzo. As I'm doing the show live, I miss a lot of stuff. So apologies to everyone in the chat who just throws out things like Southampton. I don't know what that means in the moment. I do today. We're going to talk about that. But Adam Foote got fired yesterday. His whole staff was cleaned out after one of the worst seasons I've seen any hockey team have. And Ryan Johnson, there was two parts of this press conference yesterday, or media availability, that was really interesting. One, I haven't heard Ryan Johnson speak long form in its entirety. Like, I saw clips from last Thursday. Forgive me, I should have watched the whole thing. I didn't. But yesterday was the first time I saw like a lot of Ryan Johnson. I kind of like him. Like, there's a level of thought that he has that feels different to me. To the point where, going back to Elias Pettersson, he was asked yesterday, has he spoken to Elias Pettersson? And Ryan Johnson said he made some he had some quick texts with his team, but nothing concrete. And then someone followed up with why not? And Ryan Johnson basically said, my first conversation with Elias, I don't want it to be passing like two ships in the night. I want it like a serious conversation to figure out what's going on. And it was an answer I kind of appreciated. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong, because a lot of these GMs are super busy when they get the gig, but there's a lot of texting. Hey, hope you're well. What's going on? We'll touch base. We'll go to Harbor 60 and blah, blah, blah. Like, Ryan Johnson feels like he doesn't want to do it that way, which is kind of cool. But yesterday also, right away, I think it was the second question of his media availability, he was asked about his former Abbotsford Canucks head coach, Manny Malhotra, who just turned 46 years old this week. Former player with the Canucks, former assistant coach with the Canucks, former assistant coach with the Toronto Maple Leafs, current head coach of Abbotsford. And they won the Calder Cup a couple of years ago. Calder Cup means nothing, but he won it. So he was asked, like, A, is like, obviously you want Malhotra, right? That was the first question. And B, the other question was, if you're going to promote Malhotra, then obviously you're selecting Caleb Malhotra, third overall out of Brantford in the Ontario Hockey League. And Ryan Johnson did not duck either question. And then in the middle of this, he's asked, have any teams contacted you to speak to Manny Malhotra? Very upfront media availability from Ryan Johnson yesterday. We won't stop it at all. Roll it.
Hard to be ignorant of an internal candidate that we obviously have, so I'm not going to deflect that. Manny has shown his ability to develop young players, to build a connection, and obviously win a championship with a very young group. So won't be ignorant to the fact that I am going to speak with him, sit down with him, and talk about the future. But as far as his son or the draft, I'm in no position to change or make decisions based off one or the other. There will be no sacrifice because of a father-son relationship, I would say. The first thing in front of me right now is to find the next head coach for this organization, and that'll be the priority.
Have teams reached out to you for permission to chat with Manny, and would you be willing to give them permission to talk to Manny if it doesn't work?
I have not heard from a team at this point. Obviously, where we are standing in our situation, I would certainly love the first conversation with him and intend to have that. But no, I've not heard from anybody, and obviously it still is early as well.
Slosh Hogger in the chat reminds us that Friedge this morning said that he would be shocked if Malhotra wasn't the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. Again, the fact that they fired Adam Foote that quickly would lead you to believe people are asking about Manny Malhotra.
Hasn't even been a week on the job yet, right?
Yes.
Like, you got announced, last Thursday?
Last Thursday was the announcement. So I'll say this, though. I'll say this. I know there's a lot of it's a slam dunk talk out there with Malhotra and the Canucks. Manny has them by the balls contractually right now. They can't lose Malhotra, it feels like.
Yeah.
Because the Sedins are going to structure this with people they know. And Manny Malhotra, wherever he's gone, has been a really liked guy.
Leader in the room.
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Is Manny the type to hold them over the barrel and say, listen, I'm just using this as an example. I know it doesn't exactly fit. Stan Bowman called me last night. John Chayka called me last night. I mean, hell, Kelly McCrimmon called me last night. What a move that would be, eh?
Yeah.
Kelly McCrimmon called me last night. Kelly McCrimmon going behind Torts' back to replace Torts the way he went around Cassidy's back to replace Cassidy. All I'm saying is Malhotra can squeeze them like a lemon contractually because it feels it's very Cassidy Oilers. It feels like they got a one-track mind on this. Do you think, considering that long-standing relationship, Malhotra is that kind of dude? Because I don't think he is.
No. And they all seem to be on the same page. Like they've played together. They're in the room together. They did Abbotsford together. Like Kyle reminded me of this, or Kyle pointed this out, that Ian McIntyre is a great writer out in Vancouver.
So Ian McIntyre is one of the best writers in the country.
He's really good. His writing pieces, and he wrote a piece on it where the title was Canucks Coaching Search Begins with Malhotra as Clear Early Favorite. And this is how it starts. This quote is amazing. When Ryan Johnson needed to hire a minor league coach for the Vancouver Canucks 2 years ago, he described his search process this way. There was a bunch of names on one list, and then there was one name on my main list, and that was Manny.
Yep, that says a lot. But that goes back to my point, though.
Yeah, agreed.
Like every signal we're getting from the Canucks is Manny's our guy. What's Manny thinking, though? I find that really interesting. Now, again, what's going to happen? It's probably going to be Manny Malhotra coaching the Canucks. But this is a rare moment in Malhotra's post-hockey life where he holds every card. Every card. He's the hottest young prospect out there aside from David Carl at the University of Denver. Fair to say, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Jay Woodcroft. Maybe. But like, I just think if I'm like in his orbit and in Manny's ear, I'm like, whoa. I got to do two things before I accept anything from Vancouver. One, you tell that I was going to say something. You tell Francisco Aquilini, who at times counts the pennies, you're not doing that with me. Secondly, I want a long sit down with Elias Pettersson. I am not taking this job until I know what's going on between the ears of our highest paid player. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I know what the Canucks are thinking listening to Ryan Johnson there.
Of course.
It's pretty obvious. But I have questions too if I'm Manny Malhotra.
No, I heard some insider, and I can't remember who it is, so I apologize, but some insider said Manny has every right to interview Ryan Johnson as much as Ryan Johnson's interviewing him.
100%.
And what the long-term plan. The good thing is they're committed to a rebuild, so we know he's got some time. Why wouldn't you want to be there with guys you know, guys you played with, guys you know you're on the same page with? If you're going to try and really build this thing, you want guys like that in your corner, and they'd be in each other's corner. The thing I hate the most is that now his kid's tied to this. It's not a good way for both of them to try and make their professional debut.
It's a little odd. It is a little odd.
I think it's a little it's going to put something weird in the mix there when your kid's on if they want to go that way.
Like the way I think, I never assume that's a great idea.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
I'm sorry. It's not.
It can't be.
Doc Rivers, Austin Rivers. Nope. I know there's a ton of hockey examples as well. The Lowrys. I just
that room at some point
it's not good.
Weird. Yeah,
it's not good, and it's not a rip on either one. I just think there's a better way to go about that. And who knows? If you trade down to 4 or 5, can you still not get Caleb Malhotra and pick up something else?
That's the thing.
I don't know. Yeah. Is that a possibility? You and I, by the way, Azo and I will be streaming the night of June 26th, the draft. The more you and I talk this out, that's going to be a hell of a stream.
Or move, yeah. It is.
There's going to be a lot going on that night, I think.
Can I give you a Stenberg stat I saw?
The newest Toronto Maple Leaf, Ivar Stenberg?
Maybe.
Yeah,
right?
Go ahead.
Unless Vancouver wants to go up. As a teenager, put up the 3rd most points of any draft-eligible player in the Swedish Hockey League history.
Say that again?
as a teenager at 18 years old, put up the third most points of any draft eligible player in Swedish Hockey League history. He's third all time of points put up.
There's been some kids that go through that league, too.
You know why he's third? You know who are the two in front of him? Both Sedins.
Damn it. Sedins.
Right? Like, they could get him at third. He might drop to third if San Jose keeps it or trades it. And
Sorry, I don't want to
defenseman.
speak out of position of ignorance because I'm just assuming certain players were in that Swedish elite league. So like Sundin didn't have numbers like that.
I think a draft eligible. I don't know.
But Forsberg didn't have numbers like that. Like that blows my mind.
Like as a
That's
teenager,
wild.
as a draft eligible player.
Okay, I don't have those Swedish first division stats off the.
I don't know if they were
draft.
draft eligible at that point, but I read that stat. I was like, that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
And the ties now with the Sedins too.
I take it back. McKenna, take a walk. Take a walk. Yavar Stenberg's my guy. All right. So that anything else on the Manny Malhotra situation?
No,
because
again,
fascinating. Because I want to say this again, and I don't want it to be lost. I mean, because there were some good candidates out there for the Canucks job.
Yeah.
I think they made the right call with Ryan Johnson. He's in control. That's a tough media out there, deservedly so. It's a tough market. He was in control of that whole thing yesterday. I think it was a really good hire for them. Really good hire.
No, great. And especially when you let a guy develop in your system who he knows that system better than anybody. He knows Abbotsford better.
100%.
And if you're starting to rebuild, why wouldn't you want him at the helm of it?
Yes.
And it's almost the same with Manny Malhotra. He knows those guys and what's in the system and what they need to build this together. I think, it's a no-brainer that you go with these guys, especially when there's interest from outside the organization with them.
Interesting take here from DV8R in the chat. McKenna and Stenberg are not juniors. You can't compare them to kids in the O, WHL, or the Q.
Well, that's a lot. I think we went over this last year where those other leagues are a little bit watered down.
Oh,
now,
they definitely are.
right?
No,
so like
you're
that's
right.
why they're
You're
viewed as 1 and 2,
For sure.
where they're playing and who they're playing against.
Yep.
I think we hit on that last week.
That's valid. Okay. Anything else on Vancouver?
No?
All right, let's move on. Let's get to this. I got to loosen up. So last Thursday, as you all remember, Vegas eliminated the Ducks, and then Vegas basically weren't allowed to talk to the media, and they had to run to the airport. A few did. Mitch Marner did. Jack Eichel. Brett Howden, I think, was next to Marner on the dais. John Tortorella didn't, and they didn't open up the room. National Hockey League was pissed. Now, there's a lot of reasons why Vegas maybe were upset, but apparently there have been a lot of requests media-wise that have been turned down lately. And that, coupled with Braden McNabb's suspension for Game 6 of that series, Vegas didn't like that, came to a head afterwards, Game 6. Got a ton of media attention for the lack of media that was done. So the NHL, the next day, last Friday, goes, we're going to take this year's second-round pick away from you because you don't have a first anyway. We're going to take your second-round pick this year and fine towards $100,000. Suck on that. So Vegas appealed. Yesterday, the NHL said, yeah, you can appeal. You come to New York, the both of you. Kelly McCrimmon, GM of the Vegas Golden Knights, and John Tortorella. So they go to New York yesterday morning, hear the appeal. Appeal is basically denied. Fine stays on Tortorella, $100,000. And there was a feeling that maybe the second round pick would be rescinded. The NHL gave them no indication they were doing that. None. In fact, if they do it now, I think they look. It's what's soft? What's the bit? Big Cass. S-A-W. How do you spell it?
Yeah.
S-A-W-F-T. Soft. The NHL looks S-A-W-F-T if they take away that second round pick. So not only are they in New York yesterday morning, Tortorella and Vegas GM Kelly McCrimmon, they make them fly back to Denver, site of tonight's Game 1 of the Western Conference Final, and they make them do media yesterday. Now, Chris McFarland and Jared Bednar also did media, so I think they're doing, you might see the same with the Habs today. They're doing a GM coach availability side by side. I thought they were punishing Vegas yesterday. I believe the NHL is going to do that. I think it's a great idea.
It makes sense.
I think it's a really good idea. So yesterday, Kelly McCrimmon and John Tortorella get in front of the media. Kelly McCrimmon has a pre-prepared statement. He's going to speak on two things off the front of this media availability. First, what happened last Thursday. Second, the Bruce Cassidy affair. We're going to start with what happened last Thursday and then digest As will go ahead.
Couple of items before we begin. We were today in New York where we had a hearing with the National Hockey League regarding the events following Game 6. We missed a great opportunity that night to connect with our fans and share with them a victory, a playoff series. I've always felt in a playoff series, when you win a series, you galvanize the bond with your fan base. We missed that opportunity by not having John available to do post-game. That's on John for failing to do that. That's on me as the general manager of the hockey club. That's not at the feet of our comms people who made other arrangements with each of you to accommodate tight quarters in and around our dressing room post-game. We have no explanation other than to say we were wrong and to assure you that it will not happen again. The league has spoken.
Well, I mean, there's got to be some explanation.
Yeah.
What do you mean we don't have an explanation? By the way, John Tortorella sat there like a disciplined puppy the entire time. Love it. John Tortorella, who's told media members for years, before he takes money from the outlets when he's out of a job, who's told media members for years to stick it. Nothing to say, eh, John? Nothing. Tough guy. Nothing to say now, eh? Nothing. I'll get back to Torts in a second.
Maybe he's biting his lip. That's why he's looking down.
Yeah, always biting something, all right. He's biting something, all right. Okay, so that part was taken care of from Kelly McCrimmon. Then he gets into the Bruce Cassidy stuff, and a quick update on that. There is no update. The Kings asked for permission to speak to Bruce Cassidy, who Vegas fired to bring in Torts, weren't given to Los Angeles. The Oilers have asked. Permission was not given to the Oilers. And for the first time yesterday, we're about to hear some of the rationale. Like, give us anything, Kelly McCrimmon. Give us some reason why you're not letting the coach who you fired go on with his life. Here's what he said.
We have spoke on the matter. Neither John or I will be taking any questions on this. Secondly, regarding Bruce Cassidy, teams have asked for permission to speak with Bruce. We've been consistent that our focus currently is on the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the teams have respected that. I've spoken with Bruce. He understands this as well.
Daniel Ruiz in the chat. Hey, John Tortorella, shut your face. Okay, so according to Kelly McCrimmon and Vegas, their stance is when our playoff run is over, we'll deal with it. As I'll give you a take first, then I want to have a go at this. You first.
Okay, well, he didn't shut it down. He didn't say yes or no. He's just kind of doing the Matthews, kicking it down the street. We'll deal with it later. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's the right. Listen, he's got a big decision.
Let me ask you something.
He doesn't want to deal with it.
Do you think Vegas are in the right or not in the right to be doing this?
I think it's fair to say.
Let's remind everyone listening. Let's remind everyone what the deal is. Vegas are going to pay Bruce Cassidy in theory.
He's under contract
for one more year. They are paying. The league's not paying. No one else is paying right now, but Vegas. Do you think they are in the right or the wrong to be withholding permission from teams on Bruce Cassidy?
I don't think they're in the wrong. I'm not going to say they're in the right, because if you fired the guy, you should let him chase another job. But they are in the middle of a playoff run. That should be their focus. Like, let the guy say he is under contract. They are paying him, and he has to sit there and wait. I'm sorry. So I'm going to say they're not wrong. I'm not going to say they're right, but I'm going to say they're not wrong in doing this. And again, it's teams in their own division. There's a discussion to be had there. I think there's a long discussion because he is under contract and they're paying him.
I'm kind of leaning in your direction. And let me just say, like, quick story. I was once fired with a year left on my contract. There's a lot of fun that can be had in that, but that's also anxiety inducing. Because, like, I think I'm good at my job. Some people like it, some people don't. I get it. I'm self-aware. But I think I'm okay at this. And I love doing it. The fear at some point is, like, if I'm not doing this for a year, is my career 100% over? Because you think about that. Now, at the time, and again, I want to make this very clear, like, my split with Rogers was kind. They were kind to me. And the one thing that was said to me was, and I don't think they'll mind me saying it, is if there's another opportunity that comes up, just let us know about it, and we can easily lift the non-compete, and you can do whatever. But they would have a say in that. You know why? Because they're paying me. That's how that works. I've been in the spot, not at the NHL level, but like recently. Rogers have rights here. The paying company has rights. Now, was I a little nervous at times about, because I made a decision at some point, I'm just going to sit the year. Was I a little nervous about that? Yeah. But I also kind of believe in what I do. And we're just getting started around here on this show, let me tell you right now. So I'm good with it. But I know not everyone's in the same boat. But you do think about in the moment, like, is my career over if I sit that long? Do I think that's going to happen to Bruce Cassidy? No. But like the paying entity in those situations have rights. There's non-competes in contract. Like, it happens. It happens a lot. And I feel like I'm taking nuts pills here, because it's just been kind of done like that in the National Hockey League, and people think it's a normal practice. It isn't. It isn't. Especially when it comes to divisional opponents. And I'm going to tell you something right now why Vegas is kicking this down the road. They do not want to give Bruce Cassidy permission to speak to a division rival like Edmonton or LA for two reasons. One, they want to put pressure on both of those franchises to eventually make a decision. Are you going to go all in on Cassidy? And if you do, you might miss out on him. Then what are you going to do? Or you get scared and just hire DJ Smith or Craig Berube. And if I'm Vegas, I'm fine with either of those picks from Edmonton and LA. If only Morgan Riley can get traded to LA. Perfect. So you're putting heat on division rivals by waiting here. And according to Pierre LeBrun today, he wrote, from the NHL perspective, the league feels the Vegas response to date is consistent with the team's existing contractual rights, as well as with established league policy regarding head coaches. The league's okay with it. The league's pissed at Vegas for other things.
Yeah.
But the league's fine with this. Here's the other thing. This is why Vegas is right. And if you cheered for your team in this situation, you'd be rooting for the team as well. The history of Bruce Cassidy is very clear. Very clear. In 2017, he became the full-time head coach of the Boston Bruins. 2 years later, they were in Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final. He's a fast, smooth operator, Bruce Cassidy. He doesn't need a lot of time to turn it around. In Vegas, what happened? Hired in 2022, Stanley Cup the next year. The next year, Bruce Cassidy. It took him 12 months. Smooth, quick operator, Bruce Cassidy. If I am Edmonton's division rival, in what world do I have any incentive, considering I'm paying the guy next year, to have him fire those rocket jets in Edmonton with one last year of McDavid potentially and Draisaitl? They're in my division. That's my division. He's not going to the Central. He's not going to the Atlantic. He's not going to the Metro. My division. I'm not doing that at all, because I don't have to. And I hear this ridiculous notion of, well, just if you're scared of him leaving, why did you fire him? That's not the point. You're not paying him. I'm paying him. I'll decide where he eats. I'll decide where he lives. I'll decide where he works. because I pay for that right. There's a lot of Vegas I don't like. Only truly idiotic people think they're in the wrong here. If the Leafs pulled this act with their version of Bruce Cassidy and the Habs wanted to talk to him, what would Leaf fans want right now? Just think about it for 4 seconds. Your division rival wants your former coach who has a history of nothing but the thing they need the most, which is a quick fix. And you're supposed to go, no problem? You think Vegas got this successful this fast because they're dumber than other teams? That's not how that worked. Is it fair to Bruce Cassidy? No, it's not fair to Bruce Cassidy. But that's not the point. He signed a contract for X amount of years and X amount of time, just like I did once upon a time. It happens. But that doesn't mean all contractual obligations go out the window because someone's a little pissy. Because Bruce Cassidy can't stop doing interviews. That's not how that works. If anything, those interviews screwed him over. He should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights should hold the line on this. Bruce Cassidy cannot end up next season in Edmonton. You cannot have that happen for your season ticket holders and your team's success. I know it seems ass backwards, but they have paid for that right. And anyone who doesn't understand that, I can't help you. NHL seems to understand it. And the NHL hates Vegas right now. Even the NHL, even a legal entity, that office held by Gary Bettman, who are very much entrenched in law, know full well there's nothing nefarious going on there. They're exercising their right. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? Edmonton, you better move on right now. Yeah. They're not letting you get Bruce Cassidy. They're not. And if I were them, I wouldn't let you do it either. I'm not saying there's not another decent option out there. I don't think it's Greg Berube, but there's got to be another decent option out there. I suggest you start looking at it right now, because waiting on this ship to come into the harbor could completely screw you over. Agree or disagree with anything I just said?
Totally agree. And I love the fact that Frege and Kyle on 32 Thoughts today pointed out they went through this with DeBoer and watch him go to 3 straight conference finals.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? Like that, Frege said, I didn't think that had anything to play in it, but I think it does.
But not both. They know full well. But I just think
that's in the conference. It's never mind the division.
It's a part of it for sure.
It's a small part of it, but it's part of it.
But the fact that Edmonton is in such closer proximity to
agreed.
you.
That's what I mean. That was in the conference. This is in the division. Like the conference came back to bite you. He made it to the conference final more than you the next 3 years.
I mean, I don't think this is that complicated is my main point. And people are freaking out over this because they don't I've kind of dealt with this a little bit in my life. It happens.
Well, and that's the difference, right?
Like, it's fine.
There was no complete clause. Like, you can't do anything. You're right to Cassidy going on and doing these interviews. Like, you have to stay silent. You got to disappear for a year.
Yep.
That's why they have you by that with those no compete clauses.
Yeah.
This is way different. Like, he's out there. He's saying he wants to be in the game. So Edmonton's let him come back in the game. But to your point, you're 100% right on all of it.
Like, I just don't. Again, it's Stan Bowman better move on here, and Daryl Cates better move on here, and Jeff Jackson better move on here. Listen, could it still happen? In a world, I guess maybe.
No, but to your point,
but the way Vegas operate, they don't give a damn about anything.
That's why they're paying them. If they decide to move on, it's because they're setting higher standards, but they don't need that coach who helped them win before go somewhere else and help them. And to your point, they're just putting their backs up against it because free agency is coming up quick.
Oh, yes, it is.
Like, you're going to need your coach's input on stuff. So they're just putting their backs up against it. I got no problems with that. That's part of the game. It's a business, man.
Now, there's a lot of people saying Edmonton can make some kind of trade, and that's not allowed.
No.
Like, that's not.
I know, I've heard that.
That's not allowed under the CBA.
Freed shut that down on the pod today, too.
It can't happen. James in the chat, Cassidy can work for TNT for a year. Yeah, but clearly he wants to work. He wants to get back behind a bench. But this guy's rep, Bruce Cassidy's rep, is give me a year to give me 12 to 24 months. How does that help Vegas?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I don't want it. I don't want that to happen. Okay, by the way, the other clip from this presser yesterday,
yeah,
John Tortorella, Kelly McCrimmon. So the other big picture going on here is John Tortorella cost his team a second-round pick, and heaven help Tortorella if they lose in 4 or 5, because he will be blamed for this. He created the
I'm not
distraction.
convinced on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's not playing for Colorado tonight?
No. Oh, yeah. So you want to go into this?
Cale
Since
Makar's
we're
not playing for Colorado, game 1 of the Western
We got that
Conference
update
Final
right
tonight.
after the show started.
So they can't get boat raced without Cale Makar. I understand
That's right.
Colorado's a really good team.
No, but all I'm saying is part of me is still not convinced that was all Torts on his own. I think McCrimmon and the Golden Knights organization were they knew what he was doing and they were okay with him closing. Because it wasn't just him not talking, they closed the room. The fact they closed the room, watch. If
I have to tell you, man. Tortorella's reputation on that is far more consistent than Vegas's reputation.
100%. But I don't
Far
think he
more.
does that, especially as an interim coach. I think Vegas knew kind of what was going
Well,
on. Like you said, tensions were rising between them and the league, and it became a bit of a pissing match.
Well, but-
I think
Okay,
McCrimmon knew.
Maybe McCrimmon knew. I'll tell you where it came from, though. Tortorella.
Yeah, fair.
Whether everyone knew or not is we can debate that. Who
But
started
they
the
signed
fire?
off on it. I know if it. I told you the next day.
Signed off on it. He just won a
I was
series.
ready to go nuts on Torts the next day.
You're going to go to war on Tortorella?
Right? Who was the first one? I wanted to go nuts on Torts because it's what his history says. But you can't tell me they didn't know he was going to close the room and do all that. Like they
I
did
don't
multiple
know.
things.
I don't know who knew. I don't. I can
Does
tell
he
you,
still get a contract? What would that if they re-sign him and they bring him back as coach next year? Does that tell you that they had his back or not?
Well, hold that thought when you hear this clip, because there was a moment at the end of the Kelly McCrimmon John Tortorella press conference yesterday where I laughed out loud. And remember the context here. John Tortorella has cost his team a second-round pick. Not cool. And has caused a huge distraction for his team. We'll see if it affects them tonight.
Yeah.
But John Tortorella is sitting next to the guy who he cost a second-round pick in this year's draft and who will be responsible for maybe giving him a new contract in a couple of weeks. Somebody asked the question, what's it been like with you two working with each other? And Tortorella jumped in and said, let me handle this one first. And boy, was he complimentary of Kelly McCrimmon. There is so much ass kissing in this clip. I think it gave John Tortorella pink eye. I want you to listen to this and listen to how a completely broken in John Tortorella, polite beyond words, is talking about the GM that he just screwed over for a second-round pick.
You both learned about each other over the last, almost 2 months now.
Can I start?
Go ahead.
What I've learned is I think it's a man that's driven to win. And I think lives it, right? I think he lives it every minute of the day. Also finds time to get a release too, so you're sharp the next day. I watched that with him too, as far as with his family, and but I love being around it because it's just obvious that it's about winning, and it's all over him, and I just love being around it. I think you can learn that. I think players can learn that too. A general manager isn't hands-on all year long in the locker room, but they feel it when he's around. They know it. And I think that's what's impressive about him.
And thank you, John.
Love it. H-Dog in the chat. Torts screwed Torts.
What if they win the cup? Does that change everything?
He better keep his nose clean.
Okay.
This BS with Torts, this better have been the last one with that organization.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, he better if he looks cross-eyed at someone in the media again, there's going to be a problem because the league's now watching.
That's true.
Think about it. They made them fly from New York to Colorado same day and talk to the press. Gary Bettman was in no mood. No mood.
No, there's tensions escalating there.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I said this to you too, but I think Vegas as an organization always feels entitled because
Well,
of the success they've
I'm
had.
telling you something. I heard a different tone yesterday. That second round pick gets a lot of people's attention.
No, it does. And that's why the league did it.
For sure.
100% I'm with you on that.
Hey, Azzo.
Yes, sir.
Great time of year.
Oh, you know what? We got time. Tell me why.
I will, Azzo. Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 18 plus. Play responsibly. We have a Western Conference final. Vegas Golden Knights, Colorado Avalanche tonight. We have the Eastern Conference final starting tomorrow in Raleigh, North Carolina. Montreal Canadiens, Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina's favored. Colorado's favored. What's that? What I hear a sound. Azo, I hear a sound.
Sounds like dogs underneath something.
What's this? What's the dog term? A boof? What like a like what's the noise a dog makes sometimes? It's not. It's like a low level bark. It's like
a growl.
Like a growl. Yeah,
Okay,
something
okay,
like that.
growl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm normally a cat person.
I know.
I feel like I'm a dog person today. In both series. I feel like I'm a dog person in both series.
You've been on this for a bit. Like, it's not just because of the Makar news either in the Western Conference.
That's a big one, but no.
It's big.
Yeah. And again, Colorado's goaltending.
Yeah.
The law firm of Blackwood and Wedgwood. How's that going to play out?
It's an interesting year for goaltenders in this, like with the Final Four.
It is. It is. So I'm leaning that way. Do you agree or disagree?
You just love that Marner versus Habs final, huh, buddy?
I'm leaning dogs. All right. So again, Betway, we appreciate your support. All right, we got a little bit of time here.
Well, a little bit, but we got to get through two major things.
Jays and the other thing.
Yeah.
Let's do the
People
Jays.
are calling for the other thing in the chat.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
But
all right, the Jays. Let me look at this record.
Yeah,
21-27.
Not good.
They lost 5-4 yesterday. Dylan Cease. I take back my apology.
No, stop it. Don't.
Dylan Cease.
Can I say something?
Go
You know how
ahead.
many pitchers this year in the major leagues have 4 straight starts with 7+ innings? 0.
Really?
Yes. You know how many have 3, which he just had? 4, and he's one of them. So give him a break.
Okay.
The walks got in his head yesterday. You could see it.
You know how many
The
pitchers?
minute he gave up walks, and then he gave up a home run after. He knows how he wants to be so efficient that a walk is like getting into his head, and then he's giving up a home run.
I have a stat.
It's ridiculous.
I have a stat. Do you know how many Jays pitchers yesterday threw 100 pitches in 5 innings? Dylan Cease.
You know this is going to happen once in a while. Again, 3 straight starts, 7+. Only 4 guys in the majors have done it this year. Nobody's got 4.
But I'm not even mad at Cease.
No,
like,
it's not.
like as we talked about, the pressure on Cease and Yusavage, who's going tonight against Cam Schlittler. Good luck. The pressure on those two kids were enormous in this series. Enormous. And the Blue Jays can't get anything going. It was singles city again, basically yesterday.
9 singles. Thanks, guys.
Sorry, they hit 9 singles.
They had 9 hits, all singles, I believe. Am I wrong on
God.
that? Pretty positive.
Nice of Vlad to really show up to Yankee Stadium again and show them.
Dude, the body, not just his body language, but his with the team. Every time he gets out, he just watch it. I wish if we were showing video, I would have pulled in and showed it. He gets out, he walks into the dugout. Nobody even talks to him. Nobody looks back at him. He just goes to the end he walks through the entire dugout and just sits there at the end of the bench by himself. Like, I don't know what's going on, but him as a leader, like, it's not working right now. Everybody knows, like, you know, when somebody's pissed and you're like, okay, don't bother him, just let him be him. That's what's going on right now. And it looks so weird. Like, they don't even look at him. Nobody says anything to him. It happened through both his first at bat and his second at bat. And he just went and sat on the bench by himself and nobody said a word to him or even looked at him as he was walking through.
Vladdy's taking a lot of heat in the chat. Troy also wants to add, Schneider couldn't manage a popsicle stand, Pally. I don't disagree with that. This was the Schneider clip after the game that got me. And listen, I left this in the answer. He spends about 4 to 5 seconds tripping over himself, figuring out a way to rip the offense without overtly ripping the offense. He's very hesitant to go down this road. He'll destroy a reliever and a pitcher in a second.
I'm sick of this, yeah.
But when it comes to Vladdy,
but
he's talking about Vladdy.
Yeah. Well, he's trying.
The guy who's on pace for 10 home runs this year. He's talking about Vladdy.
That's Vladdy.
He's trying to figure out a way in this John Schneider to talk about we need more power without sounding mean and bully-like, which he's done plenty of times in the past. Plenty. This was John Schneider last night.
I mean, I think, we're at the what we're all talking about is if it's not going to be continuous hits or productive ABs and adding on, there needs to be some slug. There needs to be some extra base hits, or we're home run with guys on, so it's figuring that part out. That's kind of where we are. Again, I never question the guys' effort and their prep, and kind of just seems like we're kind of stuck in the middle there where you can either get a little separation or add on in a different way. But when you get, all singles, it's tough to make that sustainable for sure.
Can you play the front of it again? It's kind of.
I think, we're at the what we're all talking about is if it's not going to be.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
You know what other people are talking about? You're the only team in the majors without anybody with an OPS over 800. The only team. They don't have one guy with an OPS over 800.
What?
Do you know that?
Yeah. I did not know that.
The only team after last night. Pinango was the only guy over it. I think Varshall's at like 784.
Oh, sorry. Pinango has an OPS?
So they'll send him down. Next, so yeah,
send him down. Who needs that?
I think Varshall's at like 784.
Who needs Johnny Kiss tattooed neck around here?
Yeah, you need
Who
some
needs
slot.
that? This team, man.
It's unbelievable, dude.
What did I see in someone in the chat? I'm sorry. I think it was Richard who goes, the Phillies are doing pretty well lately.
Yeah.
Yep. Little Donnie Mattingly there running the Philadelphia Phillies.
Dude, and last year it was all situational hitting. Why all of a sudden is it about slot? Like you got 9 hits. You out-hit the Yankees yesterday. You just can't put them in when they matter the most. And I don't talk about having good at-bats. There's some awful at-bats going on with this.
There's some terrible at-bats. Marty in the chat, they need Kirk back badly in that lineup. Guys, this is so poor.
Yes.
I don't think that is the cure that ails all
Not
of
at
this. I really don't. And I have a lot of respect for Alejandro Kirk, and he's done amazingly well considering he's been an underdog his entire career.
Of course.
And 2-time All-Star, and I'm here for it. I was wrong on Kirk. We'll see physically if we're wrong on Kirk going forward because the people have concerns for obvious reasons. But if you think Alejandro Kirk is the big difference here, or Nathan Lucas.
Yeah, now it's Lucas because he's the next
close.
one back. When he's back,
close.
we're all good.
Like you've got to be kidding me, guys. This is the leaders of this team have to step up. Period. End of story. And I don't even think Springer's that guy anymore. So we're looking at one guy.
Yeah.
The second Vladdy starts moving, this could change. He's that important to them. Do you think it's an accident they kicked the Yankees' ass last year and that guy was the star?
Of course not.
You Savage mattered. They had a lot of people contribute.
Oh, hitting's going to get them anywhere they need to
Varsho
go.
played well early. Like I get it, but but Vladdy is the heartbeat.
Of course,
Vladdy is the straw that stirs everything. And at $500 million, you need him to be way better than that. Way better than that.
Or at least talking to people. Like you said, he doesn't want to call him out on that clip. They're not talking to him when he goes back to the dugout after getting out.
By the way, the other thing I want to bring up here. So Ernie Clement missed game 1. Do you want to talk about this?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. All right. Who in the chat knows a ton about strep throat? Because I'm lucky. I don't think I've had it for since I was a kid. Because you go to middle school and the stuff spreads around like a wildfire.
Yeah, it's contagious.
But Ernie Clement missed game 1 of the Yankee series. Big series for the Jays, right?
Wait, did he?
He missed the first game.
No, dude, he was in the lineup the first game.
It was the Detroit game.
No, it was yesterday he was supposed to sit out. He played the first game.
Did he play
the
first game?
And they kept asking. Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
All right, my bad. So he's been playing the whole time.
This is my problem with it. He played, and then yesterday before the game, because you saw in the game, they were asking him, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing all right." And they didn't know what was wrong.
I thought he missed the first game.
No, dude, he was in it. He played. This is the beyond thing. And then yesterday before the game, you hear, he had strep throat. They had to bring his fever down. He's contagious. They don't want him around the team. That's why he's not in the lineup to start yesterday.
He's like
strep throat. On Monday, dude.
He had one at bat though.
Wow, but he was there.
Yeah, he had one. He had one. My point is, he didn't start the game yesterday. He had one at bat.
He had 3 at bat. Oh, not yesterday, but Monday he played.
Monday he played, but yesterday he had the one at bat. He didn't start the game because of strep throat. So.
Sorry, you said the first game.
No,
I
played
the first game, which he was
sick
during.
He didn't start yesterday's game. So strep throat apparently is the reasoning why he didn't start.
Which everybody kept saying is super contagious.
Can I just read you what Google told me about strep throat within 3 seconds? So he's around the team.
Yes. That's what
Ernie Clement is all over the clubhouse right now.
Dude, if I'm the Yankees, I'm pissed he got into that game.
So strep throat is highly contagious. Spreads easily from person to person through respiratory droplets or direct contact with saliva, nasal discharge, or here's my favorite, contaminated surfaces.
Right.
Contagious period is about 2 to 5 days. Without treatment, you can spread the bacteria for 2 to 3 weeks. Guys, they suck already.
What are you
Like,
doing?
I don't want, like, if he's sick, get him the hell away from the team.
But can I remind you, they made a guy play with vertigo. They made a guy go out there when to pitch when his elbow is fractured. They made a guy go out there when his arm was bruising up right in front of us. Like, what's going on here? Can guys really not get sick or hurt?
Hey, it's Cliffy in the chat. Is he a moist talker? I just find it wild he's around the team.
Of course.
Like, what is he doing there?
They told you before the game he's not in the lineup because he has strep. He had to bring his fever down, and strep is super contagious. The next thing I know, I see him in the game.
Dude, send him home with 3 factor dinners. Let him stay home, stay him away from the team. And, like, this is dangerous stuff, man. Your season's about to go down the toilet.
If I'm the Yankees, I'm filing a complaint with the league.
Watch this. Watch this strep throat thing that goes through the entire American League East. Watch this. That is a bizarre decision to have him anywhere near the clubhouse.
And this team
Anywhere
doesn't
near the
believe in
clubhouse.
giving guys days off. Like,
That's
did
crazy.
he really have to get in last night? He got a hit, but
Annie in the chat. Yeah, it's pretty contagious.
we all know it.
By the way.
I know it's getting a lot of things.
Hold on. Seba in the chat. And this is
There's been a lot of them.
This is a spokesperson for a lot of people. Azul, why are you wearing a Yankees hat right now?
Because, well, I'm wearing my Run DMC shirt. It's my New York outfit. Everybody has a New York Yankees hat.
Go
It's
full
part of the
screen. If
wardrobe,
you're going to
right?
show that it was Peck Day, go full screen and show it, please.
So, no, I'm wearing my Run DMC. Just repping New York for some reason.
Okay.
Me wearing J stuff doesn't help them. So I'm going to go the opposite way and try wearing some New York stuff. Got my Run DMC shirt on, which is everybody has a Yankees hat. No, Yankees hat has to be part of everyone's wardrobe.
I do not have a Yankees hat.
But you
no.
don't wear hats.
Azul, do me a favor. I hate to do this. I had a board meeting with myself just now. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Take off the headset.
Yeah.
Please take off the hat.
No.
And put on that other hat.
Okay.
Azo, for the listening audience, taking off the Yankees hat. I had no idea it was a Yankees hat. That's how observant I am. Please put on the other hat. This one will not piss anyone off whatsoever. Azo was putting on the hat. He's coming back into the screenshot. Azo, put yourself up. So Azo has gone from a Yankees hat to a hat of the Montreal Canadiens. So for all of you who are annoyed,
yeah, let's go.
We fixed it. We fixed it.
Saving this one for tomorrow, but we'll break it out a day early. Let's go.
There
all right,
you go.
We're in. Everybody good now?
You upset
Everybody
still?
good now?
You upset still? We're not the ones with strep throat.
Yeah, it's true. How can I support a team?
He has strep throat giving high fives to everybody. What the hell's going on over there? That's insanity.
It's ridiculous.
This is one of the most contagious things you can have that isn't like lethal.
And again, I'm adding it to the body of work. I'm making Lucas play with vertigo. I'm making Barrios pitch with a fractured elbow, who now needs surgery.
I'd rather have vertigo than strep throat.
Dude, it's crazy.
My God! Now the Junta strep is all over that clubhouse.
So a guy with a very contagious disease can't even get a full night off. That's where we're at with this team. I don't get it.
I'm stunned. Martino in the chat. Management's a joke. Just someone needs to control that way better.
Dude.
He has been around the team every day since he's been diagnosed with this.
There's something going on.
Hazel May on the broadcast knows about this. The Rogers broadcast knows about this. This is not a secret internally.
So now we're going to hear everybody else getting sick, and then we're not supposed to think anything of it. Like somebody else is getting it. If the whole
and then no one can say anything about it. Watch this,
right,
guys? You need to be more respectful of people's personal. Sportsnet's reporting it.
It was everywhere before the game, and every report said how contagious it is, which is why he's not in the lineup. And then I see him come in the ninth. Who, by the way, made a bad base running error. Who could have tied the game?
You know what? You were that mad at Ernie Clement for that?
It was a bad miss. It was I think it was. They could have had the tying run. Again, if this team is always about doing the little things right, that wasn't a little thing done right last night. That's my only argument. Well, because John wants to preach about this. By the way, I have another comment about the slug. But if you want to preach about doing the good things right, like that wasn't a good thing. He could have been on third for that last play.
I mean, could be worse in the chat.
Antibiotics
and a Gatorade jug, please. Antibiotics and a Gatorade jug.
Did Ernie get a Gatorade shower lately? Is that where he caught it from? Maybe. Can you imagine?
It's you never know.
You don't know.
You never know. You know what? But I appreciate the broadcast telling me that he's been battling strep throat and has a fever. That's the information I need. You know the information I don't need? That someone stole Caleb Joseph's bag.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear everything's okay with Caleb Joseph.
No, okay.
But
Let's get into this.
I don't really need to
For
know.
a guy who's complaining about slug, and no reporter asked him this, which Schulman, He confirmed to Blair and Barker last year. Yesterday, I was so mad about the Springer and Vladdy at bats and the game. I forgot all about this. Brandon Valenzuela trying to bunt in the 9th inning of that game on Monday, was so bizarre to me. And nobody asked whose call that was. If the rookie went rogue or if that was a call, because it was a very odd at bat. Because he squared to bunt the first pitch, he held back the second pitch, and then he tried to bunt again with 2 strikes. That's a kid with power. Why wouldn't you let him swing away when you say you need slug and you need one big bat?
You know why? You know why they let him swing away? Because John Schneider doesn't know what he's doing.
No, but if the reports told him to squeeze in a run or to try and bunt in a run,
it's ridiculous.
The kid has 1 bunt in his whole minor league career.
That makes no sense. Yeah, I'm with you. That makes absolutely no sense.
But nobody asked about it. What is going on?
But on
here?
the things that make absolutely no sense, that's 4th.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Chris in the chat, someone call a marine biologist for Ernie Clement. Pretty good.
Marty's in with me. Oh, no, sorry, that's not Marty's. Where's Marty go? It keeps moving. Yankees hat is fashionable, is fashion, really. It's an iconic logo. And I agree. That's what I said. Everybody has to have a Yankees hat.
It looks good. It looks good when other people wear it.
I feel weird wearing this hat.
So no one's upset as I was wearing a Canadians hat right now? I thought that was a funny gag.
It's Canada's team now.
I thought that was good.
Mikey Mortadella with the Jim Ross. Oh my God! Jeff has a party walking out in the New York Yankees hat.
That's a decent. Hold on, let me try it. Where was it? Bring it back up. Let me see it. By God, it's Jeff has a party. Son of a bitch. Yankees hat, and he doesn't like strep throat. My God,
dude,
is he bunting with a strep throat? Damn him!
The strep throat thing is just one of the most bizarre things ever.
How is he around everybody?
Again, if I'm the Yankees,
it's the most contagious thing.
If I'm the Yankees, I'm pissed. Imagine it goes through their locker room now.
This is so weird. That story's so weird that Ernie Clement shows up and says, "I am running a fever." Running a fever will shut down anyone's day. And we're expecting him at second base.
As it should.
And we're expecting him at second base to make a play on a fly ball to right properly.
Saying, dude. You can't make good decisions.
What the hell are they doing over there? You're really going to put the Yankees hat back on? Oh, and the Yankees hat on while we're ripping the Jays, does it?
Goes with the Run DMC shirt, man. Leave me alone.
All right.
Anyway. But dude, I'm with you on that. It got me livid last night. I'm like, wait, Ernie's in the game? Again, every report about his strep throat also referenced how contagious it was.
This is not a secret how contagious strep throat is.
And you're doing it right in front of it. Where are the stats on that? Where's the data on how?
All right, final. This is how we wrap up the J segment. Paul B in the chat. Strep throat, a.k.a. sick media. Well played. Well played.
Yeah, it's a good matchup tonight anyway. It's worth watching.
Cam Schlittler is the truth, man.
He is.
And they're getting Garrett Cole back pretty soon, right? Okay. Congratulations to Arsenal, who yesterday won their first Premier League title in England in 22 years. Manchester City did not beat Bournemouth. And Arsenal, who have one of the best defenses in Europe, and that's the only chance they got against Paris Saint-Germain a week from Saturday in the Champions League final. Because their offense, they paid $100 million for a guy who just can't score. But defensively and with Declan Rice, and David Rea, that's where the money is for them. And Arsenal deservedly won the title. Honestly, Man City kind of let them have it. I think Man City more lost it this year than Arsenal won it, because Arsenal for 2.5 months were pretty vanilla. And Man City didn't do anything. But whatever. Congratulations to Arsenal. Believe it or not, that was not the biggest British soccer story of the week. So, again, Azzo, let's hold the closing item to the end.
Yeah. I got you.
And then you will get equal cracks.
I don't have strep throat or a fever. I know.
No.
We went over this.
You might by the time this story's done. So for those who don't, I know a lot of you are aware, forgive me. For those who aren't aware of the promotion relegation system in soccer, it's the best. If you're bottom 3 in a league, you go down to the division below. If you finish top 3, you get promoted. And it's fair. It's how it should be. Because either Tottenham or West Ham are going to get relegated this weekend. And those are 2 big, big clubs in England. But they've sucked and they deserve to be in the spot they're in. I digress. The second division in England is called the Championship. And that's the division Wrexham's in. Ryan Reynolds and the other guy whose name I never remember. I'm not an Always Sunny in Philadelphia guy. Do you remember the other guy? I never remember.
I always
the
have
other
to
guy.
look it up.
Anyway, Ryan Reynolds' Wrexham team are in the second division, and they missed out on promotion. That's how tough the second division is. So the rules in England's second division are: if you win it, promoted to the Premier League. If you finish second place, promoted to the Premier League. The next 4 teams have a playoff, and it's home and away in the semifinals. And Hull City won one semifinal. I believe it was Millwall, I want to say. So Hull City are in the Premier League playoff this Saturday morning at 10:30. And in the other semifinal was Southampton and Middlesbrough. And there was a story that came out before the first leg. Middlesbrough were upset because they believe that someone from Southampton was spying on their practices. So Middlesbrough put in a petition with the English Football Federation and said, we don't like this. And the Federation said, okay, well, we're going to hear the hearing after the home and away is done. So Middlesbrough and Southampton play. First leg was scoreless. And Southampton last week at home, in a rather heated affair, they won in extra time on a really fluky goal. And Southampton also advance. So Southampton go through to the Premier League playoff on Saturday morning. Hull City against Southampton. For those who aren't aware of what they call this game, there's only one game in the world who has this title. It's the richest soccer game in the world. The winner of this game gets multiple things. Promotion to the English Premier League, immediately $250 million in TV money. And if you stay in the Premier League after this coming season, you get another $250 million. There's a possibility if you win this playoff game on Saturday morning at Wembley Stadium in England in front of 90,000 people, your club gets $500 million. That's why they call it the world's richest soccer game. So Southampton won their semifinal despite accusations from Middlesbrough of like, guys, they were filming our practices. So Southampton wins, and they're like, we're going through. And Middlesbrough go, no, we're going to keep practicing because we think we're going to be in that game on Saturday. So yesterday, they had the hearing. And there was evidence that Southampton, not once but 3 times this season, were filming other teams' practices. Here's the irony. For all 3 games that they were filming practices, they didn't win one of them. This Boxing Day of last year, they were caught filming Oxford United. They lost that game. April of this year, they were caught filming an Ipswich practice. That game was a 2-2 draw. And the first leg of the championship playoff semifinals on May the 9th, they drew 0-0 with Middlesbrough. So at the hearing yesterday, they asked Southampton, so sorry, did you do this? And Southampton said, yeah, we did. So the English Football Association yesterday took Southampton out of that game Saturday and put Middlesbrough in. Southampton, with a shot at potentially $500 million if they win this game and stay up one season in the Premier League, were banned from the game. Now, there's an appeal scheduled for today. We may hear as early as tomorrow whether Southampton wins the appeal. Considering they already admitted they did it, I don't know how they're going to win the appeal. But Southampton's argument is there is no way proportionally, if we're going to lose $500 million, this is a fair ruling. If you want to dock us 4, 5, 6 points to start the Premier League season next year, that's different. But they're like, we beat Middlesbrough on the field, and you are costing us minimum $250 million. So we'll find out probably tomorrow whether Southampton are going in the world's richest football match on Saturday against Hull City. That's still not the craziest part of the story. So don't throw yet, Azo.
No, I got you.
So what also came out of yesterday's ruling was a picture that someone snapped of a representative from Southampton who was filming the practice. And they weren't exactly working hard to hide themselves filming the practice. So when Azo and I saw this picture first, I didn't believe it. This was verified by the New York Times, by the Daily Telegraph in Britain, and numerous other sources. So I did not believe it when I first saw it.
You wouldn't.
But the picture we're about to show you here on YouTube, X, and Facebook is a picture of one of the way Southampton were cheating and filming other teams' practices. Azo, please show the picture. This is the guy. This is the guy. Okay.
Oh my God.
He's wearing earbuds. And the one of the funniest parts to me is, aside from him not caring at all to hide properly behind a tree, is at least he's shooting horizontal so he gets the entire formation of the opposing team.
On his phone.
On his phone.
Not a regular camera, not a good camera.
No. Meanwhile, the person who took this photo couldn't have been that far away. Azo, this is one of the dumbest things.
Is that John Oliver? Kind of looks like John Oliver.
It looks like John Oliver. Can you imagine this is the guy who cost you $500 million if you're Southampton?
God, seriously.
This is the guy.
Climb the tree. Do something. Hide yourself a little bit.
I've never seen
baggy
anything
pants, too.
I've never seen anything this dumb.
Okay. I read a lot on this. I don't know what's true. Is it true they saw him and they tried to chase him and he ran to a golf course?
I didn't read the chasing.
No?
I didn't read the chasing.
So it got linked to Sky Sports, but I couldn't find to Sky Sports News. But it said Middleborough staff spot an alleged Saints spy filming their session behind a tree.
He's not
hiding.
He's not hiding
Then
behind
it says,
the tree.
Staff run to apprehend the alleged spy, who quickly escapes to a nearby golf club. Then the alleged spy fled into the golf club toilet to change his appearance before not hot-footing it through the dining area doors. He then moved towards the first tee box before escaping to the nearby.
Well, I think Southampton won a mulligan, considering the golf connections to this. Because guy, if this is the dude, if this is the face of a $250 million loss minimum, I don't know what to do with this.
They're making Herdman look smart with the drones, man.
Dude, this is incredible.
That is unbelievable.
But someone said to me about this, like, why don't you just put on the meta glasses if you're going to cheat?
Or go plant the camera in those bushes or something.
Try to hide.
Something.
Try to hide.
He's not even wearing camouflage, a trench coat, a hat. Like, come on.
And the person who spotted, we'll call him Gary.
Yeah.
The person who spotted Gary here can't be that far away. I know the zooms on these iPhones are amazing.
I want it to be John. Like, this feels like a John Oliver bit. Like, it looks like John Oliver. I think it is.
You are looking at the cheating from Southampton FC that may cost them $250 million Saturday in the world's richest soccer game. As again, right now, the appeal has not been ruled on. As of this moment, Southampton are not playing in that game Saturday because of really crappy cheating. This is the worst spying I've ever seen. At least Canada with the drones in the Olympics for women's soccer and men's soccer were better than this.
No kidding. Jay Carl, they hired Mr. Bean to spy on them? Dude, seriously, I need to see this guy's PowerPoint presentation for the ad that said we need a spy.
This is not Mission Impossible here with the spying.
Oh my God.
This is not even close.
With an open field behind him, not even half behind a tree.
Like, you can't do this.
If you're listening to this, you got to look it up if you don't know this story.
Now, again, by this time tomorrow, Southampton may win their appeal. I don't see how. Their only appeal that they're trying to get through is financially, this is not proportionate. Because other teams in the past have been nailed with this, but there have been like point deductions. It's never been like you lose $500 million. There's no precedent for that in English soccer, ever. But the other part of this is Kyle Larin, Canadian international, is on Southampton. And he had a chance to play in this game on Saturday. And his season might end with this ruling before the World Cup.
Another thing I looked at is some players are looking at legal action against the club. Could that be true too? Because it's taking a lot out of their stake?
I mean, this is going to be a problem.
I mean, I got that from The Athletic, so I'm guessing it's true. Southampton players are exploring their options regarding legal action against the club if the verdict to expel them from the championship playoff field is
upheld. Because I'm sure some of the players on Southampton have promotion clauses.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, again, not everyone's guaranteed a spot in the Premier League just because you qualify for the Premier League. That's not how that works. But This is the most ridiculous photo I've ever seen in my life. This idiot with the baggy jeans
With the baggy jeans. That's why. How did he get away quick?
could cost Southampton $500 million in revenue.
But who's
I
working for?
can't believe this. He's working for Southampton.
That's what I mean. So don't say it's his fault. Southampton.
No, but
put this
it
guy
is his
out.
fault, dude.
If he was in camouflage, would we not see him? Like, what do you mean? Come on, you got to be better.
Everyone
than
on Amazon in 3 seconds can get a camera stand that they can hold up, a selfie stick, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing but bushes behind him. Hide in the bushes,
or just plant the camera there and walk away.
But like again, the teams they were trying to cheat against, like Oxford United.
Don't worry.
Like, what are you talking about, man? This isn't Liverpool. This isn't Man City. This isn't Arsenal. This is one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
Don't worry, I found a good tree to hide behind. Like, what are you telling the guy? Like, hey, we're gonna. That's what I'm saying, though. How does Southampton trust this guy, or what did he tell them?
That's someone's nephew. That's like a chairman's nephew or something. That's too stupid to just be a normal person.
That's what.
That's a chairman's nephew who can't hold a job. And the other thing is, like, he's treating hiding. Like, remember when you were 4 and you hid behind like the drapes in your cousin's place, and you're like, oh, they can't see me, and it's just your legs.
That's what I do with my 4-year-old niece when I want her to find me. You know what I mean?
That's when you're fake playing hide and go seek.
Yes, 100%. You're right.
Wow.
I still can't believe this is real.
Kira in the chat, he could have just got a tree costume if he wanted.
That was good. What was that in?
Like,
oh, man.
I mean, Howard in the chat, British comedy is the best.
It really feels like this is a skit on something.
Could be worse, writes Peekaboo. It's hide and seek in the chat.
I am Groot.
Okay, I take this personally. Hold on. You could say a lot about me. I'm good with it. Moses in the chat. Sid, you would not do better. I could spy.
Definitely.
Way better than that. Way better than that.
I think anybody could.
Spy Hampton FC from Jeff. That's pretty good.
Funky Fro. I hear Benny Hill music in the back.
That's pretty good.
Chris LaRose. Did you read that?
No. What is
that bush moving?
Bush party tonight.
Oh my God.
Bush party tonight.
I still can't believe this is
This
real.
is one of the greatest photos in British soccer history. It's not even close. Not even close. The stories happening in Britain this week with Arsenal winning the Premier League title. You have Tottenham and West Ham, final day, relegation battle. You have Arsenal in the Champions League final coming up. England are going to bring a serious team with them again to the World Cup. Like, people aren't going to look at it like that, but they're going to have a great Harry Kane just had his best club season of his career. Like, a lot going on in English soccer.
The guy didn't
This guy is stealing all the headlines. Some chairman's idiot nephew who can't figure anything out.
He didn't even wear a hat to hide his face.
He did.
Like something.
You need at least one of those ski masks.
Yeah, right?
You
like,
need
I would have
something.
more respect for him if he did.
Andrew in the chat, he should have worn a Yankees hat.
Oh my goodness.
Jith in the chat. So that's where Brandon Little went.
Oh man.
Paul, I don't know what this means. The field is behind him.
He's pointing the wrong way. Imagine.
Wrong way. I didn't even
Avocado. That's hilarious.
He's filming the wrong way.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was true too.
Annie in the chat. Imagine the sound of those pants as he ran away.
Seriously.
Oh yeah. There's a lot.
Like,
of
there's gonna have to be a 30 for 30 on this guy or something.
Jeff in the chat. Alex DeLuca's brother. This is an all-time photo.
Yeah, his name's Waldo. Where's Waldo? Oh, there he is.
You know what I love? There's a couple of outlets that have blurred his face, and the rest of the world does not care.
He didn't care. Why
does
should you
not care?
If he doesn't care, you shouldn't care. He didn't try and hide at all.
What if Southampton sent him an IOU for $500 million if they miss out on the game this Saturday?
The Burninator had a good. Maybe he's the decoy, and the real filming's going on the other side or something.
It's chess. It's chess, not checkers. I can't. Alec Manoa on vacation.
People saying it does look like Waldo, and it kind of does.
It looks
to be
a
honest.
little like Waldo.
He took off the toque, so nobody really recognized him, and he put on the baggy pants. Dude, even the outfit is killing.
Anthony Santander sighting. Oh man, this is one of the greatest photos in soccer history.
It's
It truly is
the best story of the week.
It truly
by far.
is. There's some great ones, man. There's that one of Maradona when he was taking on Belgium in 1986. There's like 7 Belgian players in front of Maradona, It's one of the all-time greats.
This is photo, maybe story of the year.
This is an all-time
soccer agreed.
All-time.
Agreed.
So
good.
RJ Brando in the chat, he 100% was whistling loudly walking away.
Oh my God.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
But I've grouped, like Southampton's grouped in with that.
100%. Well, that's why they got dinged.
guy.
Yes, that's why they got dinged.
Yes.
Jacqueline in the chat, his hair is unacceptable. if you're gonna be photographed, like this is Lady Di levels of paparazzi here with this guy right now. Everyone's seen this picture in the world, on Earth.
Again, I'd love to know who hired this guy and how it came to be.
There's a part of me now that wants Southampton to be reinstated Saturday and to win the game, because this guy's life is about to end. If they're not a part of that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's someone's nephew. He's an idiot. Oh, maybe it's a toupee. Someone in the chat said. Maybe,
Yeah, maybe
it's a disguise. Holy cow!
Should have put on the glasses with the nose then, at least.
Oh my
God.
That's pretty damn good, man.
That's the data you got to get, though.
That's the data. But again, at least he had it horizontal. Catch the whole 4-3-3 formation.
There's a guy behind another tree going the other way, so they get both.
Crazy. Okay, final comment of the day from Paul B. Keith Pelly just hired him. You
That's
win.
very good. Very good.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right. Anything else, Azza?
Yeah, I want to shout out the Tempo. We forgot to do it yesterday. Not only did they get their first road win, now they got back-to-back wins for the first time in franchise history. Dude, they're making the playoffs.
They are.
Huh?
They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so.
They're gonna
Between
make the playoffs.
Mabry and Sykes, like they're playing amazing. You got Rice coming up, Kiki coming up. They're looking good, man. I don't know. Kia's a real leader in that room too. I think they're making the playoffs.
The what was it? Marina Mabry 30
And 30.
Brittany Sykes 31 points last
You know,
night.
that's the first time teammates have scored. The pair combined to make league history Tuesday by becoming the first teammates in league history to each score 30 points in a game.
Really?
In the franchise's first season.
Wow.
An initial franchise has never had that. And they're also the first $1 million backcourt in the WNBA. Do you know that?
Well, I mean, new CBA.
Yeah.
I believe that. I mean, I'm all for the Toronto Tempo being this generation's version of the Golden Knights in terms of expansion franchise.
Let's go.
Just go in there, kick everyone's ass.
Dude, and they're just going to get better. They're just figuring out the system. Like, they're good.
100%.
I'm all about this team. I love them.
Well, before we go, Lindy Ruff, 2-year extension with the Buffalo Sabres.
Whoa. That was
2-year
quick.
extension. Wow. So Lindy Ruff will have another chance not to win a Game 7.
2 years to figure out what lines he wants to
the
put
Buffalo
on.
Sabres.
Yeah.
He'll have another 2 years to let Alex Tuck just wander. If Alex Tuck is still a Sabre, which he might be.
All
right.
So you're fully on board cheering for Marner tonight?
No, but now it's not an anti-Marner thing. To hell with Tortorella.
Yeah, agreed.
To hell with Tortorella.
See, that's the only problem.
No, I'm
just waiting for the Tortorella extension. Like, it's going to come out, and then you got to wonder if the team was part of it.
By the
How
way,
do they not bring him back next year?
Do you know the CFL preseason started Monday?
Oh, I heard.
Did you see that?
Actually, was it the preseason?
It's the preseason.
I know the season's right.
It just kind of like it happened.
Are we going to an Argos game this year?
I'd like to.
I'd like to. They're excited.
Is it still Toronto Stadium when the Argos go back in? No, actually, Argos are going to be in Guelph through the World Cup.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, we'll wait till they come back.
Dude, I'll go down to BMO on a summer night.
Same.
Any night.
Agreed.
I don't care what's going on there.
Agreed.
I'm in. We mentioned Cale McCarr not playing tonight, right?
Yeah, we hit on that. A free child. It broke right as we were starting the show. But
All
yes,
right.
we did mention it. Yeah, it should be fun.
Go
should be a
Avs.
fun series.
Go Avs. And go Jays.
Wait, go Avs. No.
Yes.
You're saying go Knights.
No, I'm not rooting for the Knights. I just told you this. I'm not
You
rooting
said
for
you're
the
going
Knights.
on with the underdogs, though.
Oh, sorry. In my head, go Knights.
Yes.
In my heart.
Come on.
In my heart.
Yeah.
Suck on it.
Torts
Knights.
messed it up.
Yes.
No, it'll be, dude, to me, the better story is if they make it to the Stanley. Then what does Vegas do with this guy that cost them a second-round pick? It'll get interesting.
I think this is the last little stretch where Torts is with the organization, if I'm being honest. I don't think this is going to go well.
Can
for
they
him in
bring
the series.
Bruce Cassidy back to coach the regular season next year? He's still under contract.
He's under contract.
Well, why not?
He won't be coaching Edmonton, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no kidding.
I
Or LA.
I guarantee. He might be coaching LA.
You think?
He's not coaching Edmonton.
See, now that would be weird.
I guarantee you, LA's not close to winning a cup.
What
Not
if they trade
close.
for Austin? Let's just bring the full circle.
Okay.
They make a deal for
then
Austin.
Then they can add 30 goal scorer Austin Matthews to their team, and also
No, but then
instead
would you
of
send
how about
Bruce
this?
there?
Instead of getting swept in the first round with Austin, win 2 games. There you go. Big improvement for
Go.
LA. I guarantee you, he's not coaching Edmonton next year.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Sorry, Oilers. You want to give yourself another ISO shot there? Or are you sure?
Hey, we're past 2 hours. My brain's getting
You do have the control to do that.
That's true.
Maybe. All right. Any final
With
thoughts?
my New York Yankees hat. No.
Wear a better hat tomorrow.
No, why? Look, I'm more
Sure
incognito than the Southampton guy. Look at this.
Just wear a better hat.
Hey, dude, Run DMC. They're New York all the way. Get out of here.
Our apologies. We wanted to get to Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Jeff Assaparty and everyone here at Sick/Strep Throat Media.
Yeah, who's sick in the Jays lineup tonight? Now they got 4 guys sick.
I'm Sid. Oh my God, he killed my mic. Are you serious?
Sorry. Take 2.
Is your hand up strep throat?
Take 2. I was putting down my mic.
You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Freudian pod down.
The ISO shot, the pod down, everything.
Sure.
The Azzo show tomorrow.
Are you from Southampton? Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.